Good morning. No cake this morning, guys. Porridge this morning. I hate to break it to you, but I actually do eat porridge every morning because I'm breastfeeding, but then I have a cake later if I'm able to go out and get a cake. But I used to have the cake for breakfast and I'm dreaming of going back to it. It'll be about the same time we go back to real coffee. So, a couple of things that need to be said. Firstly, my birthday was freaking awesome. So I know you guys didn't hear from me much over there this weekend. Good morning. Because I totally went basically offline apart from a couple of posts and stuff. And took me ages to get in and, oh, the sunshine just came out. Reply to everybody's happy birthday post. So thank you for all of that. Let me just fix this because the light's gone weird. We're in my kitchen again. You can you see my teapot? Oh yes, good finger placement right in the handle. That's my new teapot. It's one of those stackable, like the teapot and the cup and everything together. So anyway, my birthday, I slept in. I got woken up with roses and cake, a big cake, cotta and pear frozen like gelato cake. It was freaking unbelievable. And had a nice relaxed day with my son, and then in the afternoon I went for a full 1 hour massage on my own with nobody except the massage lady, who was very good. Full body massage. It was so good. I fell asleep in the head part. It was epic, and that was really it. And then the next day my good friend Claire came over and we had lunch together. It was just beautiful. It's been really freaking awesome. I love being 36. So, which was very needed because I'm healing from a lot of physical stuff at the moment. Not a lot, actually. It's just my face. Had a reaction. So I didn't tell you guys what happened. Dermatologist, I think I had a reaction to a cream I used on my face, and it was so bad. It still is a little bit bad, but it's so much better now. It doesn't hurt anymore. So we're on our way to recovery. But that's really interesting, and it brings me to some. Because I don't believe that physical stuff is just physical. I really don't. After curing some really intense stuff in my life, I do know 100% that when I'm experiencing something physical outwardly, it's because some shit's going on inwardly. And yeah, you know, I had a reaction to a cream or whatever, but I find it really interesting that just at this point, people keep dropping on and off. I hope this is actually recording. Let me just check. Looks like it's working. Looks a bit bitsy though, so sorry. Hi, if you're able to see me. If it doesn't work, I'll do this again later probably. So I do know that everything that happens on my outside is a reflection of something going on the inside. It's really interesting that just at this time where I'm really stepping forward into a whole new version of me, not a whole new version, a much more exposed version of myself, a much more stripped back version of myself, which I feel like I'm always doing, but I do know that this year is kind of a brutal step into an even bigger space. I've got some big goals, which most of you know about, and it's requiring a lot of me. And I find it really interesting that I've had a reaction on my face when I'm showing a more exposed face to the world metaphorically. So that's it. So working through that, doing the healing, doing the actions, doing the stepping forward. And one of those things is I'm working with a new coach who scares the bejesus out of me. So like full props to any of you who have told me you're like feeling intimidated to work with me, which I never understood before because I've never really been intimidated to work with anyone before, but I really am shit scared to work with this person because she's like hardcore, intense, all about really getting completely vulnerable, completely exposed, and that being the way forward. And I know that's the way forward, but it scares the shit out of me. So I'm doing it, and miraculously, taking all these actions, my face is healing much faster. Also, the power of natural therapies. Not what we hear about. That was an aside, kind of, but at the moment, there's an excuse you may be taking on board, which I'm going to tell you is a load of shit, and you're not allowed to take it on board anymore if you want to stay in integrity and be strong about your decision making. And that is Mercury retrograde. Okay. It's so tempting, guys. It is so tempting to go, it's happening, so I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't sign contracts and all that stuff that we've been told. And yeah, I get it. Like, I have more tech issues than anybody I believe I know. You guys know this. I'm probably having some right now with you guys having this. My computer regularly shuts down. Lights turn on and off as I walk past them. I genuinely have some kind of weird energy that fucks around with electrical stuff. And so that's not easy when I'm relying on the internet for my job. So generally, Mercury retrograde can cause me a bit of havoc if I believe it can. So I saw something really interesting this morning, someone saying Mercury retrograde can only fuck with you if your energy is imbalanced. So I found that really cool because I've spent the last couple of years going, I don't believe that Mercury retrograde can ruin me after having some weird experiences. Like, I don't believe it can take my power. I don't believe anything astrological can take my power. I do believe there's signposts to help us make good decisions about how we should operate. And I do think Mercury retrograde is a good time for introspection and balancing energies and a little bit more focus on the spiritual side of things, which is absolutely my goal this week. I've been letting my spiritual stuff go, my practices, my rituals for a long time, actually. And it's a part of me that's really, really missing. And it's a very powerful part of me. So going back into taking a daily ritual, some time for me, some time to reflect on archetypes and goddesses I'm relating to at the moment, all this kind of stuff that I don't talk so much about because I haven't been doing so much of that. But that is a big part of my life and it is a big part of my balance. So I just want to encourage you, if you're tempted to sit there and go, oh my God, I can't launch my program, it's Mercury retrograde. By the way, how come I can't say that? Mercury retrograde. I'm just going to check this again. It's sharing. If you're tempted by that, I just want to encourage you to take your power back because nothing happening astrologically has complete power over us. It is us. It is part of us. We are part of it. It's good to use it as a signpost and it's good to acknowledge the energy and to work with the energy of the moment. Yes, I agree with all of that, but I don't think that we should be using astrological moments as an excuse not to get off our asses. I really don't. It may be time to try and do it with less tech. It may be a time to really try to strip back to how can you do this in the simplest way possible, which you know is my philosophy anyway. So that's how I'm using Mercury retrograde at the moment. And I want you to really think about for yourself how you want to use these kind of processes, because it's so easy if you're looking at your Facebook feed to go, oh my God, I can't do this. And now I can't do that. And oh my God, the energy is like this. And oh my God, the energy is like that. Firstly, you know what the energy is for you, and energy affects everybody differently. Like at the moment, it's a Mercury retrograde and we're in Pisces. Pisces is my strength. I am a Pisces. And I'm always in my power when Pisces energy comes up. So I think it's going to work the opposite for me. That's just like blah, blah, fluff. It's another distraction from the path that we're supposed to be on, which is sticking to our soul work, doing what we know we're meant to be doing. Yes, resting. Yes, acknowledging that we need different things sometimes. Yes, reducing the tech. Yes, reducing the complications. Yes, reducing the barriers that we put in place to getting what we want. But not using astrological moments in time as an excuse not to move forward. This excuse is done with, and I know they affect me. And sometimes there's like eclipses, I know they affect me. However, I'm also part of that process. I also have the opportunity to take what's within that for me and turn it into what I need. That is the opportunity that we have. Mercury retrograde is no excuse to sit on your ass. That's the end. Hi, Ladina. You just missed my ass kicking around Mercury retrograde. I'll give you a summary. Basically, it's not an excuse to sit on your butt and not get what you want. Hi. So go back and see the start because It really isn't. It's a time to reflect. It might be a time to take a particular kind of lesson for yourself, but it ain't a time to say, I can't do anything because Mercury's in retrograde. What a load of shit. And by the way, so many people are doing that it's a good time right now to step forward and let people see you. And yeah, and I told you about my birthday as well, so go back. Now, the one other thing, no excuses. Yes. Hello, no excuses. And the thing that I want to tell you about that as well is if you've gotten to this point where it's March now, it's the 3rd month of the year, and you have not achieved anything that you've wanted to achieve, and you're feeling like, we often get to March and it feels like, oh my God, I didn't get there, or something shitty happened at the beginning and I didn't really get over it how I wanted to, or I haven't done this or I haven't done that. And the year's over now. I'm never going to get to my 100K goal, or I'm never going to get to whatever goal it is. March has rolled around. March, are you serious? It's the time to be mindful about communication. Totally. But like, and I'm going to say something about communication in a minute, but I think all the time is the time to be mindful about communication. Like, if we're living in integrity, Mercury retrograde has no power because we are always speaking with integrity. Hi, Deb. So words of integrity is coming next. It's about not just looking at that, hi, because there's an astrological event. It's about how are we sitting in our integrity in the first place. So, okay, that's what I want to talk about now. March is nothing. Your results for this year so far have no bearing on your results for the rest of the year. That's that little gem. Now I'm going to move on because I'm just like, totally cool. The year is over in March. Yes, so many people feel that. Oh my God, I didn't get my goal in March. And I'm guilty. Like, you guys know I had a rough start to the year and I'm like, oh God, like, let's get going and pushing things. And then I did my weird launch last week. And then people saw it when it was closed, and then I opened again and closed it again. And like, now I'm starting Rich Business tomorrow with 2 amazing women. So excited about it. But I could let that shit just go, oh my God, the year is going to be like this. It is not. March is the time to get up now and get your running shoes on and start doing what you want to do, because what's happened so far, and like that applies to not just the beginning of the year, but what's happened in your life so far, what results you've got for clients so far, what you've put out into the world so far, what you've created in your business so far has absolutely no bearing on what you're capable of now and in the future. Zero, unless you decide it has. So I'm just encouraging you now at the start of March to like let go of everything that's come before and just step into the place where you get what you want for the rest of this year and the rest of this lifetime and others beyond that. Okay, now I really am going to get to words of integrity. This is coming up so much for me at the moment, where there are people in my life, and it's frustrating for me, who say things they don't mean, like in an argument, when they're annoyed, like whatever. And that's so, I find that so hard to compute, because I am just not that person. If I say something and it's rough, it's because I bloody mean it. So when I come across people who don't speak with integrity, meaning I have to try and figure out at some point what is real and what isn't, I hate it. I hate it. And it makes me really reflect on how people run businesses, how people speak in their live streams, how people, you know, share their vulnerabilities with the world. I just think this is a really good time today to really think about what words are each of us saying, all of us, because this is a collective experience as well. What words are being said that aren't actually the truth. And this is such a dangerous game to play, like speaking out of integrity, because whatever you speak comes into being in some form. So again, with the Mercury retrograde, if we need to be communication, that is always, words are so freaking powerful. What you say will exist. And this like, this continues on from my blog the other day about what you decide is true, and me putting my story into the media. What I tell people is true. What version of my story I decide to tell is what the world consumes. And there's no way to tell everybody everything about you. So I want you to sit back today and really think about what are the words you're putting forward about you, about your about what you want, about who you are, about who you serve. And are they completely in integrity? Because if they are, nothing can shake you, nothing can move you, nothing can prevent you from connecting with your audience in the highest possible way. Words of integrity is like, I've realized there's like this deep, deep value of mine of like saying the things you really, really mean. And when you do that, so if you're somebody who's sitting there thinking, oh my God, I don't know what to say in my content. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Content is hard, and we should be turning up every single day in front of your audience. The hair is not the best, is it? It's okay. I'm awesome without good hair. It'll improve. It's in the growing stage again. Pulling myself up, words of integrity. I have the best fucking hair because I'm the best person for the hair to be on. You're getting my stream of consciousness this morning. It's just so important, like, stay on the path of what you truly want and what you truly are at all times. Okay, content. If you're getting up in the morning going, oh my God, I don't know what to put in content, you are probably not speaking with integrity, because if you on who I am, who am I, what do I believe, what do I want to say, what do I want to do for the world today, who do I want to help today, how do I know they need to be helped, that is staying in integrity, and that makes the best kind of content. That makes content you have to, content that always hits the mark. It makes content that you're fucking proud of. So your content is not about how many likes you get or how many people you think engage on it, because thinking people are engaging and people actually engaging are often two different things. People hire me without ever having clicked like on a video of mine, but they've seen every fucking single one. So just so you know, and also I just hired my latest coach without ever commenting on one of her posts, ever. I've watched hundreds of her videos. I do that, but lots of us do that. So I just want you to reflect on, if you find content hard, just go back. Who am I? What do I believe? What do I know to be true? Who do I know I want to help? Who do I know needs to hear from me today? What do I know they need to hear? What do I know I can say that would help somebody just move past that shitty little spot that I was stuck in all that time ago? What would I have loved to have heard right then? How did it fucking feel? And that is integrity. That is when your business flows. That is when you get up every morning with a fire under your butt, knowing exactly how to serve your people. It's not about planning. It's not about getting a script of, here, say this today and say this tomorrow. That's not what works. What works is you being you in front of an audience who's ready to and receptive to hear from you. And we are all receptive when people are fucking real. That's why it's okay that my hair is shit and you're in my kitchen, you know? That's so much better than me spending half an hour on creating a set for you and not knowing what I'm going to say, or planning it out, or writing every word and reading from a script. So that's today. That's my Mercury retrograde rant, guys. No excuses. Get off your butt. Be real. Speak with integrity. Create into being the things that you want through the words that you use today and always. And nothing that you've created up until this point, unless you want it to, has any bearing on what you're going to create today or in the future. Not your client results so far. Not your income so far, not what you've created in your business so far, not what experiences you've had in your personal life so far. You can leave all of those today and speak into being a completely different reality just by using the words. So that is my thing about Mercury retrograde. It's not about avoiding tech. It is not about sitting on your butt and thinking I can't do anything until the planets change. Oh my God. The planets are within us, all of that fluffy stuff. Yeah, that's all true, but also we are here, we're the action takers, and we're the people who can connect with our audiences, and connecting with your audience is all you actually need to do. Whatever industry you're in, whatever you're selling, whatever you're trying to create, connecting with your audience in integrity is the only job you have today. Okay, ciao. I'm gonna go and finish my decaf wheel again. Oh, by the way, guys, I shouldn't be complaining about decaf because my little one turned 9 months yesterday, which means our 4th trimester is done, which means he's getting big. In a few months, we'll stop breastfeeding and all this stuff, and he's starting to want to go out with other people and I got tons of like alone time on my birthday and stuff, so he's starting to get this independence. So I'm going through this process of like honoring that and like the heartbreaking process of watching your baby grow up, which I never freaking knew before. Your things up, it just doesn't like scroll for me. I forgot to scroll. Hi. Man, I feel like I've only just started, Ladina. Yeah, only just started. Well, it's okay that you've only just started. I've got a lot of people in my inbox at the moment, people that I really, really know who are seeing my content and like feeling attracted to creating a business at the moment. They're like, oh my God, it's going to be really, really hard. I just want to tell you all, I did a video on my business page about how I get clients to sell out in 2 to 3 weeks. Like that's the legitimate process that I take and they take and that I take them through when they're my client. And it really is just about making it really simple, making it really clear, and just going and getting those clients. Like make it really, really easy. So anyone feeling like it's hard or like you've done so much, and so many of my clients do feel that way, they come to me with a ton of baggage because they've been working at this shit for years and got 0 cents, no dollars, no cents return on investment for all their hard work. Go watch that video on my business page because that's really all that needs to be done. You stepping into your power, packaging that really easily and selling it. You can sell that out in a day. You can sell it out in a week. Clients of mine have gone from like minus, way in the minus, in serious debt, to having tens of thousands in the bank in just 2 weeks. You can do that. So whatever you've done before now has no bearing on what you're going to do from now and for the future. You can create anything you want from this second. Be in integrity with your words, be in integrity with your actions, and that's all we need to do. Ciao, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye.